Chief Jensen, distracted driving is a big issue in this nation, but tell me a little bit about how it's affecting our community.
You know, Logan, we suffer from the same trends that we see across the United States and in Utah in general. Specifically, we've identified over our crashes in Logan. Last year we had just shy of 600 accidents, of which roughly 400 of those accidents we were able to attribute to some sort of a distracted issue, whether it be, yeah, absolutely, whether it be dealing with a child or adjusting a radio or being on the telephone, just whatever distracts us as we're driving down.
And we're all guilty of it. I will say firsthand, I'm guilty of distracted driving. So.
We all have our issues, I think, at times where we could catch ourselves doing something that is distracting to our the attention that we should be paying to the road. So.
And tell me a little bit about Main Street. And I know you guys have gotten a grant, so tell me some about that.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure that this is a proud moment, but we have, our Main Street area is one of the most dangerous roads in the state of Utah for miles driven. And so obviously when we hear those kind of reports, it concerns us, and we look towards trying to solve the problem and answer that question.
And how are you going to solve the problem?
Well, we're going to take a shot at it, and our shot is that we've gone forward and we've requested from the state grant monies in order to help us. Two different thoughts. We want to educate the public. We want to tell them why we're having troubles and some of the things that we see, and hopefully how they can better manage themselves in a vehicle and avoid these accidents.
And how are you going to educate these?
Well, we've come up with kind of a fun little slogan. We're calling this grant program in this period of time "Stop the Main Distraction," and we're going to be visiting with the high school kids in their introductory period into school. We've already done some of that. Similarly with the college students.
When Aggies came back.
Absolutely. And we'll continue that as time goes on, as we see opportunity. Also, just like today, we have involved the media groups and the newspaper and those kinds of things that help us get the word out of how we want people to react in different situations. And that's part of the grant money that we've got. The grant was for $25,000. We intend to spend $6,000 of it on education. We'll have some signs and some insignias and stuff out there, hoping to get people to focus on that.
This is a big deal.
Exactly. And then, of course, the remainder of the money will be spent on that enforcement of different distracted type issues.
And those enforcements are big tickets for people that are maybe texting while driving?
We talk about enforcement. Enforcement doesn't necessarily have to mean a hard citation. It could be that we stop you and that we educate you on the side of the road. By the way, did you know? And we can send you on your way. Of course, we have that opportunity to issue a citation if we feel that's appropriate as well.
And those are big tickets.
Well, they can be, the fines that are carried with that, but I think the greater focal point should probably be the safety of our Main Street area.
I agree. Definitely texting is something that's very dangerous, and we all need to be more aware of it. Maybe put our phones somewhere else so that we're not going to hurt anyone on the road. Super
simplistic to suggest that we shouldn't be doing any of that. We shouldn't be eating our breakfast while we're driving, reading a book, putting our makeup on. Even children, we've all seen that, and personally have experienced the difficulty there is with children sometimes in the car.
And there's even been some fatalities in these distracted driving.
Absolutely. Of those accidents, we talked about the 600 crashes that we had over last year. There was 3 fatalities.
And that's on a Main Street, which doesn't go faster than 35?
Well, there's varying speeds depending on where you're at in that segment. But typically the speeds are what we would consider to be a lower speed range.
And Main Street's going to have a heavy load come soon when the 10th West is going to be shut down, right?
Absolutely. We anticipate as that construction comes into 10th West and the state is doing that upgrade to that road, that we'll see some of that traffic that was, as you know, the 10th West corridor is kind of a bypass of the downtown area.
Yeah.
A lot of people use that as a bypass, and when we have that construction going on, we actually look forward to perhaps the traffic being shuffled up to Main Street or even 6th West, and that's obviously concerned with already an impacted street.
It's a really heavy traffic on Main Street. I know that from living here.
Yeah, I think each one of us that's ever driven that area area, you know you have to pay attention because there's constantly quick braking moments where you have to be paying attention.
I agree. Second East too, I try and take that.
Yeah, certainly other roads in the community are difficult as well.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see these signs around town, and we look forward to all of the grant money that you're going to put towards the community.
Well, we hope it helps.
Yes. Well, thanks very much, Chief Jensen.
Thank you.